The British royal family has always been known for elegance, tradition, and carefully maintained public unity. But behind palace walls, tensions can sometimes surface in the most unexpected ways. Recently, a quiet but intriguing development has caught the attention of royal watchers everywhere. Princess Eugenie, known for her calm and diplomatic presence, reportedly made a subtle yet significant change to the guest list of an upcoming high-profile charity gala. And the names that disappeared from that list have sparked intense speculation. According to royal insiders, several relatives connected to Queen Camilla were quietly removed from the invitation roster. The move wasn't announced publicly, and there was no official statement explaining the decision. Yet the whispers spreading through royal circles suggest that this was far more than a routine administrative update. So what really happened behind the scenes? And why would Princess Eugenie take such a step ahead of one of the monarchy's most important charity events? Let's break down the story. The charity gala at the center of the drama. The annual charity gala in question has long been a major event on the royal calendar. Designed to bring together philanthropists, cultural figures, and members of the royal family, the event raises significant funds for several causes close to the monarchy's heart. Princess Eugenie has been heavily involved in organizing the gala in recent years, especially due to her strong commitment to charitable work. Known for supporting anti-slavery campaigns, children's initiatives, and environmental causes, Eugenie has built a reputation as one of the younger royals most dedicated to humanitarian efforts. Because of this, many insiders say she takes the planning of the event very seriously. The guest list alone can take months to finalize, balancing donors, social leaders, and influential figures who can support the charity's mission, which is exactly why the reported change has raised so many eyebrows. The quiet adjustment. According to palace sources, several individuals believed to be connected to Queen Camilla's extended family were initially included on the preliminary guest list. However, during a later review, those names were reportedly removed before final invitations were sent out. What makes this particularly interesting is how quietly the change was handled. There was no public announcement, no explanation offered to the media, and according to insiders, many of the removed guests may not even realize they were ever on the list in the first place. But in royal circles, even the smallest detail rarely goes unnoticed. Staff members involved in the planning process reportedly noticed the adjustments, and whispers began circulating among palace aides and event coordinators. Soon, royal commentators began asking the same question. Why? Possible reasons behind the decision. Royal insiders have offered several theories, though none have been officially confirmed. One explanation is that the adjustment had nothing to do with personal conflict at all. Instead, it may have been about keeping the focus of the event firmly on its charitable mission. Some organizers reportedly felt that the presence of certain extended royal connections could shift attention away from the fundraising goals and toward family politics. By tightening the guest list, the organizers could ensure the evening remained focused on philanthropy rather than headlines. Another theory suggests that the decision could reflect changing dynamics within the broader royal family. The monarchy has undergone significant shifts in recent years. With new generations stepping into more visible roles, the influence of different family branches can evolve. Younger royals like Princess Eugenie often bring their own priorities and perspectives when organizing events or managing projects. And sometimes that means quietly redefining who gets a seat at the table. Princess Eugenie's approach to royal duties. Those who know Princess Eugenie often describe her as thoughtful and strategic rather than confrontational. She has typically avoided public disputes and rarely engages in royal drama. Instead, she tends to focus on her charitable commitments and professional responsibilities. Because of that reputation, many royal observers find the situation particularly fascinating. If the reports are accurate, the removal of certain names likely wasn't impulsive. It may have been a calculated decision aimed at protecting the event, the charities involved, or the overall tone of the evening. After all, charity galas connected to the royal family are not simply social gatherings. They are highly visible events watched by donors, media outlets, and global audiences. Every detail matters. The relationship between Eugenie and Camilla. Another reason the story has captured attention is the relationship between Princess Eugenie and Queen Camilla. Publicly, there has never been any visible tension between them. In fact, Members of the royal family generally maintain a united front during official appearances. But like any large family, the royal household includes multiple generations, relationships, and alliances that can sometimes shift quietly over time. Observers have long noted that younger royals often navigate a delicate balance between respecting senior members of the family while also shaping their own paths within the institution. If the reported guest list changes are true, it could simply be an example of that balancing act. How royal guest lists really work. To understand the situation fully, it helps to know how royal guest lists are usually assembled. Contrary to what many people believe, these lists are rarely decided by a single person. They typically involve coordination between royal offices, charity boards, event planners, and security teams. Names are proposed, reviewed, adjusted, and sometimes removed for a wide variety of reasons. Seating arrangements, donor priorities, diplomatic considerations, and even security logistics can influence who ultimately receives an invitation. In other words, a change to a guest list doesn't always signal a personal dispute. But when it involves prominent family connections, speculation is almost inevitable. Royal watchers react. As news of the rumored changes began circulating among royal commentators, reactions quickly followed. Some observers praised Princess Eugenie's leadership, suggesting that she may simply be ensuring the event remains focused on its charitable mission. Others wondered whether the decision hints at deeper shifts within the royal family's internal dynamics. Social media discussions have also added fuel to the conversation, with royal fans debating whether the adjustment reflects generational change, event management strategy, or something else entirely. Without official confirmation, much of the discussion remains speculation. But that hasn't stopped the story from gaining attention. What happens next? For now, preparations for the charity gala are continuing as planned. Invitations have reportedly been finalized, and anticipation for the event remains high. With major donors, public figures, and members of the royal family expected to attend, the evening is still likely to be one of the season's most talked about royal gatherings. Whether the rumored guest list change will have any lasting impact remains to be seen. Sometimes royal stories fade as quickly as they appear. Other times they reveal subtle shifts happening within the institution. Either way, this situation has certainly added an unexpected layer of intrigue, the bigger picture. Moments like this highlight an important reality about modern royalty. Behind the ceremonies, crowns, and formal traditions, the royal family operates much like any large organization. There are decisions to be made, events to manage, and relationships to balance. And occasionally, even a quiet change to a guest list can spark global curiosity. For Princess Eugenie, the focus likely remains on what the gala is meant to accomplish, raising awareness and funding for causes that truly matter. If the event succeeds in doing that, the headlines may ultimately become just another brief chapter in the ever-evolving story of the royal family. What do you think about this surprising development? Was Princess Eugenie simply protecting the integrity of the charity gala, or could there be more happening behind palace doors than we realize? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy uncovering the latest royal stories, hidden tensions, and behind-the-scenes moments from the world of royalty, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next update from the Royal Spotlight.